Pragmata has a ton of collectibles for you to find in every zone, but the good news is you don't technically have to find everything to get that 100% score on your map. You'll need to find every safe box, read Earth memory, mod, and various upgrades, but you don't need to find every file and hologram. In this video, we're going to help you find all of the tracked collectibles for the solar power plant location. Plus, we'll even show you where to find each of the mini cabin buddies for good measure. Let's get started. There are a number of collectibles in the early areas of the solar power plant that you won't be able to reach until you get a new ability later in the second sector.
The heck is this?
So we'll show you those later in the video and just start with the collectibles that you can find in your first visit here. Once you've ridden the lift up in the distribution center and unlocked lock number 2, you'll see a nearby trail of limb leading you over a hidden section down below that you couldn't reach before. Jump all the way down there and then check the back corner of the room for your first safe box containing 100 limb. Then hack the terminal to move the blocks and platform up to open a shortcut. In the same vein as the last safe box, you can reach this area also by dropping down from above into a different channel besides the main walkway. When staring at the first stasis net weapon, turn around 180 degrees and drop down. This area has 2 flying drones and a crusher guarding a set of stairs. Destroy them so they don't corner you later, then climb the stairs, jump over the moving lasers, take out the nearby walker, disable the lasers for the trip back, and then claim your second safe box, containing another 100 limb.
That is a lot of limb.
Next to where you receive your first stasis net weapon is a tunnel. When you defeat the enemies inside and walk through to the other side, turn right and look for a spinning model on top of some objects in the corner. This is a mini cabin figurine. It makes this sound whenever you're close to one. Shoot it to add it to your collection back at the shelter. You'll automatically collect your first REM for the globe when you enter the concourse for the first time as part of the story. In the same room with the globe REM, you should hear a second mini cabin. Walk further in and then aim at the bunk beds on the left wall covered in mesh. The angle's a little fussy, but when you find the figurine, just shoot it to collect. Right next to the Concourse shelter shortcut is a blue chest, and inside it you'll find your first mod titled Hardened Suit. The door just behind the Concourse shelter shortcut opens onto a medbay of some sort. Inside is an orange device that will give you a cartridge holder, which is essentially an increase to the number of heals that you can carry with you at one time. Just after you find your first hacking node and test it in combat, you'll come across a vertical zipline. If you look up and behind you, you'll see a third mini cabin buddy singing on top of some pipes. You know the drill. Now ride the zipline up and then jump to the opposite wall and interact with it to discover that it is, in fact, a hologram. Inside is a note and, more importantly, an REM, this time for Crayons. This is the REM that you can see from the window in one of the early corridors from the generator entrance. Okay, those are all of the collectibles that you can gather when you're first here. The rest can only be obtained once you receive the limb eraser in the next sector of the game. So once you have that, come back to find the remaining items, starting from the generator entrance. In the first big room from the tram entrance, take a right. Opposite the double lock door is a door blocked by filament. Clear it up and then grab the storage expander inside the room to increase Diana's hacking gauge.
Here.
Further ahead in the distribution center, through the tunnel after you find the stasis net for the first time, is another path blocked by filament. Clear it out, and then in the next room, you'll find an arena below you, plus some currency floating in the air, showing you how to reach a shortcut that goes back to the shelter ladder. Drop into the arena below and clear out all of the enemies to unlock the 2 chests in the back. One of these gives you some pure Lunum, and the other is the 3rd safe box filled with 800 limb.
That's a lot of lip.
That's everything that you can gather in the solar power plant. We're just getting started with Pragmata, so if you need help tracking down these goodies in the upcoming chapters of the game, you're already in the right place. IGN.